Welcome to Trash Pile, a dumpster diving adventure into streaming piles of trash. Just in time for Halloween, we've got a new movie to toss on the trash pile from the Wright family films, who you might remember from a previous episode featuring The Badge, the Bible, and Bigfoot. Ugh, is that what I look like on camera? I knew from the first time I watched one of these homemade, family-friendly Christian movies that they were going to be something special. No budget, no talent, no script films, made in your backyard with only your kids for actors. It's comedy gold. I expected the usual nonsense that comes from faith-based creative works. I did not expect to need to put a trigger warning and disclaimer on my own damn video because of them. We open with a vital stage setting scene. Sirens. A gunshot. Breaking glass. And what looks like a crime scene inside of a car. Smash cut to Michael, played by Wright family patriarch David Wright, who is doing the worst impression of an alcoholic I've ever seen on film. The bro is sadly drinking Manischewitz and peach schnapps. I guarantee nobody has ever drunk Manischewitz for fun, and they've definitely never drunk it to get drunk because they're an alcoholic. We learn through some weird flashbacks that Michael's wife was a cop in the K-9 unit, so I guess the opening scene was her getting killed, right? Michael is so depressed by her death that he has pre-planned his suicide for the upcoming Halloween night by writing death on his day planner. The movie does give us a glimpse into how terrible his life really is. I'm going to present this next scene without any commentary. You're just going to watch it. You're going to listen to the music. You're going to know that I didn't edit this in any way. So here's that trigger warning I was talking about. If you don't want to watch blackface, just skip ahead a second or two. I'm only going to show a moment from this, and we'll talk about it later once the jokes are done. The Wright family children appear as trick-or-treaters at this random girl's house and do a fun little bit with a rubber bat. But oh no, the little girl is too poor to go trick-or-treating. That's fine though. She's going to be trick-or-treating in the very next scene. Let's get back to Michael, who is about to do the fakest suicide since Jeffrey Epstein. This cop-loving bootlicker can't figure out the right way to off himself, and while trying to decide, he's interrupted by that poor kid from earlier. She's trick-or-treating without a costume, so you know what that means? That's right, Sam is coming to get you, kid! God can't save you now! Michael gets the poor girl's sob story, and then becomes weirdly, disturbingly attached to her.
Where's your jacket?
I don't have one.
You know what? My wife has a extra jacket. Let me get it for you, okay?
You know how conservatives love screaming about grooming? That every LGBTQIA plus person is just grooming little kids, and that's why they need to be erased from society?
Oh, thank you.
Well, you know what? Hold on. I might have some money for you, too.
I hate to break it to you, MAGA Michael, but this is what grooming actually looks like. Michael is finally about to kill himself. Finally. Please. When he hears the girl scream, causing him to run outside and beat the shit out of what appears to be a kid in a Halloween mask doing a prank. I mean, that's clearly a mask. That's not supposed to be a real person who looks like that, right? That's probably a little kid, and you shouldn't just— Oh, Jesus, dude!
Next time, I'll put a bullet in your head.
Okay, so in the fiction of this film, that was not a person in a mask. That's what that person really looks like for real. It's like if they were wearing monster makeup or a CGI person. We're all supposed to pretend, yes, this is a real person. Let's remember that detail for later. When you're wearing a mask, you actually are that person. We get a painful conversation between the poor girl and her grandmother, who is just another person wearing a Halloween mask, but who in the fiction of this movie is meant to be that actual person. I had to increase the audio for this scene by, 400% so you could listen to it. It's still hard to understand. These people are really bad at making movies.
Did you get any candy?
Yeah, I got some candy. jacket and some money.
The scene is pointless, so let's just cut to the next flashback where we see Michael's dead wife get a call at home to go do a canine drug sniff. Naturally, she gets ready to leave, puts on the bulletproof vest, and then leaves without her dog. Hey, where's the dog? You're going on a canine drug sniff. You got canine all over you. You're leaving without your dog. Where's your dog? We then see her, still without the dog, pointing her gun at something off screen for a while. Keeps going. Just sitting there. This is a really good cop. Yeah, she's so good at pointing in one direction. I gotta say, when it happens, it's pretty brutal for a family Christian movie. And this is just an odd detail. Dove.org, which is a Christian movie review site, doesn't list this murder scene in the violence section. Why not? I mean, it's weird for a Christian to ignore violence against women, right? However you cut this one, it's another point for Antifa. I tried really hard to get clips from this next scene, but it's another one with the grandma character, and the audio work is so bad that I just couldn't do it. Sorry, so I'll just recap it for you. They have no money and they're about to move into a homeless shelter, and then grandma drops this.
The doctor says I only have 6 months to a year to live, dear.
That's horrible.
Grandma is dying, her parents are dead, they're moving to a homeless shelter, and Michael comforts her by letting the kid know that sometimes God wants your whole family to die.
Sometimes he does things that we don't understand.
Yeah.
And sometimes he takes people that we don't think need to be taken.
He laughs about it. Wow. But don't worry, this poor little girl is moving in with Michael.
I have a guest house in the back. There's 2 rooms. You won't be staying in here with me, okay? Your grandmother will have her privacy. There's nothing to worry about.
All it took was some candy, money, and creating an intimate bond to gain this girl's trust enough to... Hey, MAGA, this is the kind of grooming you should be worried about, okay? Don't be so concerned that a trans guy in the men's room is gonna... That's not a real thing. The people in the bathroom are probably just taking a pee. You want something to worry about? Do you see this? Do you see this one? That's you guys. Alright, this can't get any worse, can it?
Hey, by the way, I'm Michael.
Oh, thank God. They're finally going to introduce themselves, so I'll know what these characters' names are. Alright, we've got Michael. So, what's the little girl's name?
I'm Rachel.
Oh, no.
Rachel, wow, that's my wife's name.
No. Trigger warning number 2 for kid stuff.
Now I've decided to adopt Rachel. I just wish you were here to help raise her into the woman that you were.
He seriously didn't say that, right?
Woman that you were.
He expressly and specifically said that he wants to raise this child to be a woman just like his dead wife. This is sick. So yeah, the movie, it's actually over now. We're 37 minutes in. There's 10 minutes left of the movie, but nothing else happens. There's no more plot progression. Rachel and Grandma move in with the alcoholic, suicidal creep who love-bombed a tween into living with him. And then, oh, good heaven, cover your shame, you slut! And then we wrap up with a 1 year later scene where some drug dealer offers to sell drugs to Rachel, and Michael has to go take care of business while the credits are rolling.
Right back. I just came to you. I didn't know what to do.
Wait here. I'll be back. Get out of the car. Now, because God has had mercy on me.
Yeah, see, this last scene takes place in the background of the credits. they put the climax of the film in the background of the credits. You know why, of course, because they don't have any more actors to be, a person driving a car and selling them drugs. And they probably didn't have enough money to get some more masks. Absolutely pathetic. There's nothing else they could... Oh, wife. They credited the dead cop, whose name was Rachel, that was a big plot point, as wife. Do you have that little respect for her personhood? I'm not going to try to talk about or explain blackface and the hurt that it can cause the black community. That's not my place. I'm just some white guy. What I am qualified to talk about, as the parent of a creative kid who makes art, is to tackle the way the Wright family is raising their kids and making these films.
You'll stop right there.
Turn.
What the fuck, Ashley and David? You innovated a new type of blackface by slapping a latex mask of a black person onto some white person and then did this voiceover.
I keep it real.
That's disgusting, racist, abhorrent behavior, and as adults, you should know better. And you credited your daughter as the writer of the movie, making sure her name is going to be stained by this blatant bigotry. You should have known better. And to top it off, you credited somebody named Michael Watts as this character. Folks, I've gone through IMDb and every social media account tied to the Wright family I could find. There's no Michael Watts anywhere. I don't think this person exists. Considering they make these movies together as a family, it'll be hard to convince me that that intruder wasn't played by one of the kids. You should know better. Unless you do know better, you knew what you were doing and you didn't care. Maybe you thought it was funny, just a goof. You should know better, but seeing the way that the Christian nationalist movement behaves, the way the church welcomes agents of literal evil like Donald Trump, and the way some in the religious right praise the slaughter of innocent civilians in Gaza and Lebanon. For all these reasons, it's hard for me to give the benefit of the doubt on moral issues to an extreme Christian family. And the worst, saddest part is that through this movie and the parental approval of this scene, this Christian film has just taught their kids that racist stereotypes and blackface is not only acceptable, but it's a valid form of art and a way to make a living. I hate these people. I hope their kids escape. I hope that one day they're able to leave this family and learn what the real world is actually like. I hope one day they can get away from the corrupting influence of their parents, who are using them to push propaganda and indoctrinate future generations. I hope one day the kids can be saved before they just become parents of their own and pass it down to the next generation. Tune in next time for something more fun, hopefully. Like, subscribe, all the usual things. Go vote for Kamala Harris, and have a great, wonderful Halloween. Thanks. Bye.